Hey guys, Lancer here. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks for joining me while we look into some more Strixhaven spoilers and what the impacts of this is going to be for either Commander or the rest of Standard, Modern, etc. So a lot of these mystical archive cards, they look amazing. One thing, if they're never going to be reprinted in the same skin, they will hold quite a bit of value, as we've seen. This is something to chase. Now I know Time Spiral Remastered had quite a few of those Time Spiral old frame cards, and they're selling for quite a lot. They really are, and there's a lot of like logistics problems with Time Spiral Remastered. A lot of reasons why it holds more value than a lot of people expected, including myself. But I feel like this set, thanks to these mystical archive cards, is going to hold a lot of value for certain people, especially since some of these cards look very, very impressive and completely way better than some of the original art. Like Thriller Possibility looks hilarious and amazing. Electrolyze, Revitalize, can't even say the word. They all have new flavor tracks, I think. Maybe not. But yeah, they all look amazing. Infuriate, Primal Command, Memory Lapse. Brainstorm looks amazing. Crux of Fate with Nicol Bolas and Ugin. Teferi's Protection, I'm kind of annoyed by this because of course, they're going to keep reprinting this as much as they can. This thing is a milk. It's pretty much a never-ending gold reserve as long as they don't overprint it. People will hunt for this card at all times. The art looks amazing. Like I said before, the ones I have are the original version, and I have the two from Secret Lair. So this is just a third on top of that. So we'll have to see what happens to the price. Putrefy, Ephemerate. Exile target creature card that you control and then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Rebound. For 1 white. Ah, I don't remember that card, but that's pretty cool. Harmonize. Pretty amazing. Village Rites. Defiant Strike. Mind's Desire. Whirlwind Denial. Inquisition of Kozilek. Dark Ritual looks amazing. That art looks... doesn't even look like a magic card, does it? Weather the Storm. Cultivate. Oh, God, again. Oh, Growth Spiral. Urza's Rage, Corrosion's Grip. Okay, so I'll move on to the other cards after. Day of Judgment, Snake Skin Veil, Blue Sun Zenith, Sign in Blood, Shock You? Shock. Shock You. So Shock is back. Abundant Harvest. Counterspell. That looks amazing. Strategic Planning. Channel. That all of them? That is the list. Okay, so those are the cards that have currently been spoiled. That is not 63 yet, so there is more to come, I think, unless I counted badly. But pretty cool. I actually like the art. I think they all look amazing. Strategic planning looks great. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. Amazing art. Yeah, I think they've done a good job with the art. I think there's kind of going to be value here. Similar to the previous, as long as it's not overdone. With the collectors, because of the collector box, these might not hold as much value as previous times where they've done special versions of the card, kind of like Amonkhet and so on. Amonkhet, the one with the Egypt and Kaladesh, where they had the artifacts. Anyway, I forgot their names, but it's similar to the Mystic Archives. Outside of that, I'm going to continue on with the normal cards and see exactly what they've done to each of these colors and how strong some of these cards are, because I've seen some of them, they look insane. Introduction to Prophecy, 3 colorless for a sorcery, lesson. Scry 2, then draw a card. 3 colorless. Shelly, Dean of Radiance, 1 colorless, 1 white for a 1/1 flying vigilance legendary creature, bird cleric. That's continuous. Cap, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that entered the battlefield under your control this turn. Excellent. Excellent card. It doesn't. It's the only problem is that it doesn't work as well as you'd want it to in a Atraxa deck, +1/+1 Commanders deck. But since it's a very effective creature for cost-wise, it makes it pretty efficient. I don't know about the vigilance, but Valentine, Dean of the Vein. 1 black for a 1/1. Legendary creature, Vampire Warlock. Menace and lifelink. If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. When you do, you may pay 2. If you do, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with, when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Interesting. Introduction to Annihilation, 5 colorless. Sorcery lesson. Exile target non-land permanent. It's a controller draws a card. That doesn't feel that good. Cayenne, Dean of Substance, 2 colorless, 1 green for a 2/2 legendary creature elf druid. Tap, exile the top card of your library if it's a land card put into your hand, otherwise put a study counter on it. Pay 4 colorless, 1 green, create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Put a +1/+1 counter on it for each different mana value among non-land cards you own in exile with different counters on them. Oh boy, that is complicated. Let's move on. Avilda, Dean of Perfection. 2 colorless, 1 blue for a 2/2 legendary creature, Djinn Wizard. Djinn. That sounds familiar. I think it's because the reserve list card has Djinns and Ifrits, which I remember the other side of this deck being. Tap. You may exile an instant or sorcery card from your hand and put 3 hone counters on it. It gains at the beginning of your upkeep. If this card is exiled, remove a hone counter from it. And when this last hone counter is removed from this card, if it was exiled, you may cast it. If it costs 4 colorless less to cast this way. Cool. Big spells. It's kind of like Jorah, but mostly for spells. So, I mean, Jorah already exists. I think Jorah might be better. So, I don't know. I guess the only thing is that this guy allows you to play instants and sorceries. Instants as well, and Jorah only does things on her turn. Next, Shadrix Silver Quill. 3 colors, 1 black, 1 white for a legendary creature, Elder Dragon. I remember this card. Flying double strike. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, you may choose 2. Each mode must target a different player. Target player creates a 2/1, 2/1, white and black Inkling creature token with flying. Target player draws a card and loses 1 life. Target player puts a +1/+1 counter on each creature they control. Wait a second. So you must choose 2 different players, but one of them can always be you. This card is great. You can play a lot of politics with a card like this. The only problem is that it's forced. Oh no! It says at the beginning of your upkeep, at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may choose 2. So you can't choose 1, but you can choose 0 or 2, and then you do those 2. It's a very good. It's amazing politics card. Professor, no, I already covered Professor Onyx. Cool art. Dragon's Guard Elite. 1 colorless, 1 green for a creature human druid 2/2. Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on the Elite. Pay 4, 2 green, double the number of +1/+1 counters on Dragon's Guard Elite. Plague, Dean of Chaos. 1 colorless, 1 red for a 2/2 legendary creature Orc Shaman. Tap, discard a card, draw a card. 4 colorless, 1 red, tap, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary non-land card with mana value 3 or less. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put all revealed cards not cast this way at the bottom of your library in a random order. That's really good. At least it's a lot of fun. I don't know if it's the best of the best, but it looks like a lot of fun. Expanded Anatomy. 3 colorless for a sorcery lesson. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. It gains vigilance until end of turn. Yeah. I'm not really feeling it with these lessons. Maybe they're more broken than I think. First day of class. 1 colorless, 1 green. One colorless, 1 red for an instant. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, Put a +1/+1 counter on it and it gains haste until end of turn. Lesson. You may reveal a lesson card you own from outside the game, put into your hand, or discard a card to draw a card. Okay, I remember now. So lessons are a almost free card. So they have to have a bit of an increase of the cost to counter that. So when you play first day of the class, you can pretty much get a card from outside the game. A free card. It's pretty much like this card comes with a draw card. But the thing is, it can't be as good, so it's kind of like an investigate. You know, whatever you're drawing costs 2 more to play. But you get a bit more control over what you're drawing. Torrent Sculptor, 2 colorless, 2 blue for a creature, Merfolk Wizard. Ward 2. When this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless their player plays P2 Read. When Torrent Sculptor enters the battlefield, exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. Put a number of +1/+1 counters on Torrent Sculptor equal to half that card's mana value rounded up. Boom. Waterfall Aerialist. 3 colorless, 1 blue for a Djinn Wizard with flying with Ward 2. 3/1. 4 mana for a 3/1 flying, which almost has protection from spells. It's okay. Oh, they got Lightning Bolt here. Nice. And the lands. Wineglimmer Snarl. Land. As Wineglimmer Snarl enters the battlefield, you may reveal a forest or a land card from your hand. If you don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. Nice. Very nice. And they look amazing. Necroblossom Snarl, Shine Shadow Snarl, and Fury Calm Snarl. They look really, really cool. Okay, well, we'll move on to page 2 and see. We won't see anything at all. So, anyways, guys, thanks for joining me. I'm going to leave it here. I got Godzilla to watch. Let's see if the movie's good. Enjoy your night and have a good one. Thanks, yeah.